Yeah, very good morning, class. In this session, I'm going to implement a program, which is a C program, to copy contents of one file to another. Let this file be a text file that I am taking. So let me implement it, and I am using the CodeLight software to implement my work. Let me delete the unnecessary things, whichever are there. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I have actually created one project with the name file copy, and I'm going to implement this now. Now, let me implement. Remember, the task is I have to copy the content of one file to another. In order for this to happen, that the source file must be present. Source file is the file from which I will copy its content to a destination file. So let me make the source file first. So in order to do this, we should need the file pointers and all. So let me have file star fp1 and fp2 fp2, and let both of them be initialized to 0 null. Are initialized to null. Now we have a char ch which is initialized to 0. So first I have to create one input file, that is a source file. Let me name it as source file. So let me create it one. So fp1 is equal to fopen source file. I have to create one source file. So let me name it as source dot text, and I will open it in write mode. And if any failure happens, I have taught you about all this. If null is equal to fp1, so what I do is I will print that print fopen source dot text field. Okay. So since I am using these double quotes, here I have to use the escape character, and I have even taught you about this. Let me field, and I will return with the error -1. Okay, this is with respect to. So I will add the comment here. Create the source file. So now I have created a source file. I have opened it. Now the thing is, it has to be filled with content. So let me get the content from the user. So I will ask the user to printf enter the data. Enter the data. So enter the data. So I will go on collecting the data until he presses an end of file UOF. I have even explained this concept of UOF. So while ch equal to get char this is not equal to end of file equal to getchar. So until that, what I do is I'll go on collecting the data while ch is equal to, I'm going to put this ch. So put c ch into fp1. I haven't taught you what is this. If you don't know this, then you have to go and see my file handling in C session. Okay. So what I am doing here is whatever the data has been entered by the user, I am putting them in the file source.txt by which is being identified by this file pointer fp1. Okay. So here the job is done. So what I am doing here, yeah, I already explained that. Now next, let me close this fp1. So now the code is actually partially done. What I am doing here is I am just creating a source.txt file. So let me check whether whatever done is right or not without before proceeding to the next one. So let me compile and run this to make sure there are no problems. So there's one error here, invalid initializer. This comes because here also I have to make it like this. Okay, so, mm, and here it is. So let me build again. And one more, he's telling an error here. Yeah, it shouldn't be closed, it is f close. So let me build the project again. So there is just a variable. Only one warning is there. It is telling that I haven't used the fp2 variable, which is a file pointer. Of course, I'm going to use it later on. So let me run this now. So enter the data. So I will write my name is Krishnaraj. I work for NMAMIT. So remember, I hope you all remember how to give end of file. Control Z. Enter. So this is done. So let me check where that file is created. So here it is, the source.txt file. So let me see whether the content is there or not. If it is there, means everything. Yeah, the content is there. My name is Krishnaraj. I work for NMAMIT. Oh, it's fine. It's working fine now. So let me continue. Okay, so I have my one job is done. Now what I have to do, I have to create the destination file. That is, I have to copy the content of the source file to the destination file. So the next job is copy the content of source file to destination file. So for that, I have to create a file pointer. Again, fp2 is equal to fopen destination.text write mode. Okay, so the same checks and all come again. So here let me copy this content. is the same code. I am just checking if this returns null, then I have to send an error. Okay, now again, this is the destination file pointer for destination. I opened in write mode. Initially I have used fp1 to see, if you see here, initially I have used fp1 to open the source file in write mode because I was creating it. Now since it has been already created, let me open that source file in read mode. So I have to just copy the same content here, but the only I have to just copy the same content here. So copy, and here let me paste it, fp1 source. Only I will change here as read mode because I'm going to open it only in read mode, and here it is read. Let the error be 3 minus 3. Okay, so this is what and all are done. Actually there are, if you're doing a proper coding and all, if the failure comes here fp1 in this case, it means that fp2 is a successful one. So before returning minus 3, I have to actually close the previously opened file pointers. It's actually a good way of coding, but assuming that things work well here, I'm not going to do all those things, but actually it's the correct way of coding. Okay, so it is open in read mode and write mode. Now what I have to do, I have to copy the content of source file into the destination file. So while ch is equal to get c from fp1 not equal to end of file. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do here is I'm going to get a character from the file fp1, that is source.txt. I'm reading it and putting it to ch, and if it is not end of file, then I'm going to put that character into where? I'm going to put that character into fp2. So ch comma fp2. So very simple. So it's a very simple code. Read a character from the file pointed by fp1, which is source.txt. If it is not end of file, then put it into the file which is pointed by fp2, which is nothing but destination.txt. Now what I have to do? Now I have to display the content of fp2. So before that, let me close all. So fclose fp1 as well as fclose fp2. So now what is my job? Display the content of destination file. Display the content of destination file. Okay, let me do that. Okay, so how to do that? It's very simple. Printf file content, destination file content is let me go to the new line before printing them. Okay, so what I have to do this? Now what I have to do? Again I have to open the destination file, but this time in read mode. So control V, fp2 only I am using, but this time in read mode I am opening it. Here let the error be -4, which if everything goes fine, then while ch equal to get c from P2 this time. Not equal to end of file. Then what I have to do is I will use putchar function, put on the monitor whichever is ch, and I have to close the file. Close of P2. I think these are self-explanatory, but still I will explain. I will be, once the destination file has been created, make sure that in order to create the file, you have to do the fclose. This is mandatory. So whatever the file has been created, I am opening it now, the destination one, but in the read mode this time. But this time it is in read mode. Then again these checks are common. Next, what I am going to do, I am going to read its content one by one, character by character, until end of file is not reached. When it is reached, that's it. That's where I will end, and I will close this. So let me build this first. Build the project. Let me make sure that there are no warnings or errors. Yeah, I have missed something. Let me see at the line 0.8. I have missed something. Printf. Yeah, I missed one double. It happens. So let me build it again. Yeah, there are 0 errors and 0 warnings. So let me run this. Okay. So enter the data. So let me enter something else this time. Let me enter NMAM, Institute of Technology, Nitte, Udupi. This is actually the address of my college. Karnataka, India. Okay, I'll go to the next line and Control Z and enter. See, the destination file content is NMAM Institute of Technology, Nitte, Udupi, Karnataka, India. So let us check the files that are created. So here is the source file. So it is written NMM Institute of Technology, Nitte, Udupi, Karnataka, India, and this has to be same as in the destination file, NMM Institute of Technology, Nitte, Udupi, Karnataka, India. So same thing is copied. So let me wind up. I hope you all have understood. Thank you, Anita.